Hey there, adventurers. It's 2025, and what better time to broaden your horizons and try something completely new? Let's face it, we all need a hobby that gets us off the couch, away from screens, and into something hands-on and rewarding. This year, it's all about exploring the niche and exciting corners of the hobby world. That's where RC rock crawlers come in. These aren't your average remote control cars, they're purpose-built machines designed to tackle rocky trails, steep inclines, and just about any obstacle nature or your imagination throws their way. It's not just a hobby, it's an experience that pushes your creativity, problem-solving skills, and even your appreciation for engineering. So if you're ready to step outside the usual, stick around because RC rock crawling might just be the perfect way to kickstart a fresh, adventurous chapter in 2025. Alright, let's talk about one of the coolest parts of RC rock crawling, the obstacles. One of the best things about this hobby is how creative you can get with building your own courses. You don't need to spend a ton of money. Scrap wood from old pallets works perfectly. Just pull apart a pallet, grab a saw and some nails, and you're ready to create some challenging terrain. Or if building isn't your thing, nature has you covered. Rocks, logs, and dirt mounds make fantastic obstacles. Over the past 3 years, I've built several wooden obstacles for my crawlers, starting with zero experience. Seriously, I didn't even know how to use a saw properly. But here's the thing, you don't need to be a pro. Just wing it, or check out some tutorials online. There are tons of people sharing their builds and it's a great way to get inspired. Okay, so in the background I am showcasing a few of my builds, and I predominantly just made those by thinking of something in my head, making it, and then test driving it, and if I didn't like it, I'd change it, or if I did, I'd just keep going with the build. So I think that's a great way to do it. When you're making your obstacles, try to make them a little challenging. Trust me, it's worth it. A tough course forces you to really think about the best line to take and how much throttle you need. It's all about problem solving and technical ability, and it feels amazing when you finally nail a tricky section. Plus, the satisfaction of conquering something you built yourself, it's unmatched. So don't be afraid to experiment and push the limits. Now, let's talk about the amazing variety in the world of RC rock crawlers and trail rigs. Seriously, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of different models out there, so no matter your style, there's something for everyone. Whether you're into scale realism, raw performance, or a mix of both, you'll find the perfect rig. Of course, there are different brands catering to different budgets, and the top dogs in this space are Axial and Traxxas. These guys are known for their quality and performance, but they come with a higher price tag. Let me tell you a bit about my crawlers. I've got 3 rigs in my collection. My trusty white truck, which is the WPL C24, my blue SEX24 Jeep Gladiator, which is perfect for small scale crawling, and my absolute beast of a 1/10 scale VRX Racing BF4J rock crawler. Each one has its own personality and shines on different types of terrain, so I get a little variety depending on what I'm in the mood for. When I started though, I didn't want to spend a fortune right off the bat, so my first 1/10 scale rig, I went for the VRX Racing BF4J, a more affordable option that still performs like a champ. Later, I picked up the WPL C24, a smaller 1/16 scale crawler that's budget friendly but still incredibly fun to drive. Over time, I added my SEX24 Jeep Gladiator from Axial, but I'll always appreciate how my cheaper rigs let me dip my toes into the hobby without breaking the bank. Going for cheaper options doesn't always mean you'll get the same quality or performance as the premium brands, but honestly, I've been thoroughly impressed with what my budget rigs can do. That's why I always encourage people to start with more affordable models. It's a great way to test the waters and see if the hobby clicks with you before making a bigger investment. Plus, even the budget rigs can tackle some serious terrain and deliver a ton of fun. And what's even better is there is a huge aftermarket support for most rigs. So if you find something you don't like about your rig, you're able to upgrade it. That is one of the best things about this hobby. That brings us to the end of today's video. I hope I've been able to convince just a few people to try out this awesome hobby. Thanks guys, catch you in the next one.